Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Amplified server. What are you doing down there in that hallway? I'm joking around. So, check this out, let's take a step back. 312 levels of XP, that's absolutely ridiculous. This farm is more than overpowered. It is crazy overpowered. I don't know what to say about it. It is so much more powerful than I thought it originally was. 312 levels of XP, that's right, I've been doing some AFK farming. And this thing has gotten us a lot of gold. Let's go and have a look at how much gold we have. That is absolutely crazy. I was thinking about how fast we were getting all of this, and on the last season we built a really powerful gold farm using portals in the overworld, and I think that this one already, being a lot cheaper to build and a lot quicker to build as well, has to be more powerful than that. Not only is it getting us XP, but a ridiculous supply of gold, but it is getting us one other thing as well, which I think is going to be really useful. I'm not going to explain why just now. There's some other things I want to talk about, but these looting swords that I've been collecting, they are going to be extremely useful, and we'll come back to that in a moment, because at the beginning of this video there's just two things that I want to talk about quickly. I've been reading the comments. Some of you have been asking about the bed system, and some of you have been commenting on slime spawning as well. So first of all, in a previous episode we talked about one of the features that we have here on the server. If you have multiple people online, I'm the only person online at the moment, but you only need one person to sleep in a bed, and that is made possible through command blocks. Now if you wanted to know how to do this, like many of you did, we actually made a tutorial on that. He's helped me out and showed me how to make it, and then I put the tutorial together. So there's a link on the screen and in the description box. That video will show you how to do that, and it will also include a schematic as well if you want to just download it and import it into your world. So with that out of the way, there's one other little thing I want to address from the comments. In one of the previous episodes we went into a swamp. We were trying to hunt down some slimes, and I was commenting on the slime spawning. I actually got a couple of things wrong, so I just want to kind of reiterate how slime spawning works. So slimes can spawn in any light level if they're in a slime chunk and they're under Y40. But when you're in a swamp like we were in the other day, it's the normal spawning rules, so it has to be low light levels below 7 for them to spawn. So there's two sets of rules because there's two different types of ways that they spawn. So I just wanted to clarify that, so you guys didn't get the wrong idea about what's happening. Anyway, right, let's go back up here. What do we want to do next? We've got a little job to do for Lil Rusty. We'll come to that in a second. Actually, what I would like to mention is those swords again. So these looting swords that we have over here, these are going to be very, very useful. Now, some of you have been saying, like, why are you collecting the looting swords? All you could do is just do a ton of enchanting. Well, I realised that this right here has another cost that we are still not getting used to, and that is the lapis. If we want to enchant looting on a book or a sword, it's also going to take up a lot of lapis as well. Now, what we have is basically infinite XP, so XP levels don't really cost us anything. So if we collect these looting swords, and unbreaking ones as well, because the gold ones break extremely quickly, we can combine them together. And do you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, for 32 durability, even with Unbreaking 3 on, that is probably not going to be too good, but it's going to be a fun experiment to do and try out, and we're going to be able to make these looting swords useful today, I hope. So that's my idea for now. It will only cost us XP levels to combine those together, and then we get looting without using any lapis. And where I want to go next is over here. You can see that I've collected a lot of dark oak wood, and this is for Lil Rusty actually, and we're going to hop down below and check out Lil Rusty's little house. This will all make sense in a moment. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about if you follow some of the other hermits. So that should be 12 stacks of dark oak wood. Me and XB Crafted last night were chopping down loads of trees, both trying to get loads of wood for Lil Rusty. So he got 12 stacks and I've got 12 stacks as well. And I've got to say, the dark oak wood trees, they are the best, I think, for getting yourself lots of wood really fast. They're not too tall, they spawn tons in, and they grow really quickly. So I just spent some time, as my axe can show you, you can see the durability has gone way down. Spent my time just chopping down some trees last night. So if we go in here, we're going to find out what Lil Rusty is all about, and I'm going to read on camera, which is always a fun event. Do we? Yeah, we just take it from the item frame. Okay, so Lil Rusty. Let's read this. Standing next to you is my friend. His name is Lil Rusty. Rusty is very sad that he has no friends. Every tragic day that passes, he wishes he had other Lil Iron buddies to play with. But you can make a difference. Together we can help Lil Rusty get some friends. Lots of friends. Unfortunately, we can't do this for free. It's going to take logs, many, many logs. Your generously donated stacks of logs will go to a good cause to help give Rusty an unlimited supply of friends. Below is the log Below is the log. Below is the log donation bin. Logs can be of any type of wood. Just enter the number of stacks you are donating into a book, sign it, and place it on the bin below along with your stacks of logs. I murdered that, didn't I? Let's just read the last of this bit. So, for every 2 stacks of wood logs you donate, you will be rewarded a shiny tax-deductible diamond personally delivered to your home. So we're going to get 6 diamonds for doing this. That's pretty cool, actually. But more importantly, you'll have the peace of mind knowing that our friend Lil Rusty will soon be joining hundreds of his friends in a brand new heated swimming pool. So please think of our friend Lil Rusty and donate generously. Together we can achieve some truly titanic results. Do you want to know what that means? You saw the hint there, the Titanic. He's going to be building the Iron Titan farm. I'm pretty sure what this is all about, because he's going to need lots of chests and doors to make it happen, and he's going to need some friends for Lil Rusty. So over here, what is this one? Books. Okay, we're supposed to log how many we put in here, so I will just dump in all of that. And this is going to be awesome. We've got XP and gold sorted out. We have a quad witch hut on the server. That's not been built yet. But with Iron Farm coming soon, we're going to be set up so quickly, and we're going to be able to do tons of wonderful things on this server. So let's type in my name, Asuma 12 logs, and I really can't think of anything else to write. Let's put a smiley face. There we go, and we'll sign that logs. Should have called it the log. There we go. That is not quite a full amount, is it? 57. I could have swore I pulled out stacks out of there. Okay, I'll go get the extra bits to make that up. Wait a minute, this is a trap chest. So it's not going to change when I open it. Have you noticed how the logbook has gone? It's actually going down below. There is a hopper here. So that solves that mystery. I was wondering what happened there. I knew I pulled out those stacks. I know what some of you are thinking. Don't worry, I returned the book over to Tango's little house. I forgot to put it back in the item frame, and also in that book, I was watching the footage back, I wrote down 12 logs. We have actually delivered 12 log stacks, so I'll be sure to let Tango know, so don't worry yourselves about that. What we're going to do next is work on combining these golden swords, and I realised that this idea, it seemed good at first. We wouldn't be using any lapis, we'd get free looting swords and combine them together, but this isn't as good as I first thought. However, there was something I forgot to mention earlier to do with enchanting. You guys have been asking about what does renaming the items do. Now, in the previous version of the game, renaming items was good. It made repairing cheaper. In this one, unfortunately, it's not so. When you combine 2 items together, it's going to double the repair cost on the next time you repair it. And the same thing goes for renaming an item as well. So if I hadn't have renamed this item, then it would be cheaper to repair over time. But I gotta say, when they change things in this game, it always feels so half done and not complete, because up here we've got a system where we use 3 levels of XP each time, and down here we still have the old system. So let's grab a looting sword and put looting and unbreaking on it, and it costs 20 levels. Now I might have 300, but that's probably all going to disappear once we've gone through all of these swords. And I actually wanted to do something else as well, and I hadn't really considered just how expensive this was going to be. So that alone is 14 levels. We're actually going to take that one, because looting free and breaking free is probably the best thing we can get. Well, it is. You don't have to worry about that. That thing is also... I was trying to look at its damage value, but it's been fully repaired there. So it's got 32 uses. I mean, even with unbreaking free, that's going to do hardly anything for what I want. But let's just have a look at the cost of some of these other ones. You see, we've got to put these together first, and then that's going to cost like 10 levels, and then probably another 14 or so levels by the time we get to the next one. Do you know what? I don't think this is going to be worth it. I think using them as they are is probably good. Looting 2 isn't as good as looting 3, but if we don't combine them, then we've got more uses overall. So without a looting sword, this still has some purpose, but for now we're going to chuck all of these back. In fact, these are all the ones we're looting on, so I'm going to organise these. Right, I did want to do something with the levels of XP that I have, and I do have a lot of lapis down here, and also have something else as well. I have a lot of leather, so I think what we should do is perhaps just enchant as many books as we can at different levels, try and get ourselves some cool enchantments on them, and then we can look at what we can do with those enchantments in terms of our gear. Where did I put sugarcane? I'm going to have to farm a lot of sugarcane to get this going, aren't I? But that'll be the plan. We're going to spend these 300 or 298 levels of XP on books and get tons and tons of cool enchantments. So, 2 stacks of lapis and 113 levels of XP left. I decided to call it that for now with the enchanting. We've actually got a fair amount of good stuff from this, and I realised that this system probably isn't so bad. You know, the lapis was concerning me, but actually you get quite a lot of it from mining, and the books are disposable too, so I think this is going to turn out to be alright, but there are a few things that I want to check out. So, first of all, let's go through the books that we got. We got some ones for the bows on this side, some sharpness ones up the top, then some ones with multiple enchantments. Some of these are really weird, the ones that are paired together. You get like looting and feather falling, and ideally you'd like those separated. Then down the bottom here we have a fair amount of protection. You may notice some protection 1 books here as well. This is because we're going to do an experiment. Now previously in the game, a good way of getting yourself some decent books was to combine the lower level enchantments. If you do the lowest level, which is 2 or 1, then you will have a high likelihood of getting protection, efficiency and sharpness, and basically a group of 5 enchantments that you can combine together and then get, you know, the high levels on the books over time. So that was a really cool technique, and I've got a feeling that's not going to work anymore, because when you combine these together, the enchantment cost is going to go up. So that's gone up to 2, and if we combine these two together it's going to be 2, but I've got a feeling these two will make 4. It's 5. There you go. Oh yeah, you have an extra 1 each time. So then protection 3 and protection 3, that's going to go up, and by the time you put it on an item I think it's going to be quite expensive. And do you know what, I could do with some sticks. I was going to put that onto, wait a minute, what is it? Protection. We can't even put that onto a sword. Do you know what? I needed to be a little more prepared here. Let's just grab some iron boots. That's kind of disposable, isn't it? Maybe not so much early on. Anyway, what we want to do is use the anvil and just chuck them on here. Yeah, look at that. That is going to be put straight onto the items. So if you're going to use a lot of books and combine them together, whatever you put it onto is going to be expensive to repair. So that kind of sucks. That really does. That is unfortunate. But I have got some good books here as well. And I was looking at the enchantment probability thing on my website, www.xisumavoid.com, if you want to go and check it out. I was looking at that and I was thinking the chances of us getting feather falling is pretty low. But look at this, we got loads of them. And we got loads of unbreaking books as well. And I realised that we're kind of picking out the enchantments we want as well with the new preview system. So not only do we know the probabilities of getting things at different level, we also have a little bit of a choice. And you can see over there I was doing some disposable enchantments just to refresh in between. So each of those were like level 1 enchantments, and that costs a little more lapis, but then it means that your books are going to be the ones that you want. So we actually ended up with a lot of good stuff here. So loads of unbreaking, loads of feather falling. I'm thinking about opening a feather falling shop. I think that could be a good thing. And then down the bottom here we have some really good ones. Let's have a look. Luck of the Sea, Depth Strider 3 and Unbreaking 3. That's going to be awesome if you have feather falling on your boots and you combine that with it. You know, having 2 on 1 is going to be a lot better, because if you have Depth Strider 3 and an Unbreaking 3 book, when you combine them together that repair cost is going to go up, which isn't so good. But then we've got Efficiency 4, that's going to help us get those instant mining picks with Efficiency 5. We've got Thorns, and what else do we have? Depth Strider, Fortune on a book, that's always good, and some Respiration and Aqua Infinity. So the repair cost thing kind of dampens using books a little bit, but if you get a couple of good ones together like this, it's going to be very useful, and obviously those Efficiency 4 ones are going to be awesome. But that's us done with this for now. I'm not sure what exactly it is we're going to be doing next. It was nice to play around with this and see how it's going to work. And I think the books are still going to be useful in this game, but the repair cost thing is kind of annoying. So I've just been thinking about this a little further. The Unbreaking 1 books, I'm not going to throw them away, but I'm not going to collect any more of those. The Unbreaking 3 ones will probably be useful, but when you get to the point where you've got villagers and you've got disposable diamond armor and diamond swords and all that stuff, then you really want to get all of the enchantments onto that item straight away, because as soon as you combine it with something from a book, then the cost is going to go up each time you repair it, which isn't so good. Although XP is pretty disposable, and if you've got disposable armor, you know, maybe we're looking too much at it. But the one thing that really is valuable is the Efficiency 4 books. So, you know, that's the only way you can really get Efficiency 5 on a pick. So I'm definitely going to be looking out for those. I think Feather Falling is also going to be useful early on. People will definitely want those so they can get them on their boots when they haven't got too much gear. So we'll probably be opening up a shop or maybe doing something like that soon. But for now, what we're actually going to do, I'm going to do a little bit more enchantment, then we're going to head over to the nether, because I would like to get myself some more blaze rods, so we can make some more potion stands, and so we can get ourselves an ender chest. We really need one of those. So the plan this episode was to build a wither farm, and I've actually found a different fortress to the one I was in before. This one is in the middle of a lava lake, which is always better for spawn rates, and up here we have a pack of withers. Are they going to drop down from up there? Yes, they are. Okay, let's take a step back. When I first came into this place, one of these jumped out of nowhere and withered me, which was a little bit scary. But these guys are not too difficult to fight if you play it cautiously. Did I just see a skull? Oh, yes, that's amazing. We just got a skull. That is brilliant. Our first skull possibly on the server. I don't think anyone else has got one. Are you going to stop dancing, my friend? Okay, he's going to stop. See, if I hit him when he's on the edge like that, he's going to go over the edge himself. So, there is a chest down the end here. Maybe this one will have a diamond in. Yeah, I got a feeling this one has been unexplored by anyone because there's loads of stuff in these chests. This one is empty, which would suggest maybe not. All I've got so far are these ones, actually. So maybe someone has been here and they didn't want gold and iron and saddles. They just wanted the diamonds. But there is a lot of this place to explore. And as I said, the plan was to turn this thing into a farm, or at least to start work on it. It would be one of those long projects for sure. And Biffa was going to join me as well, by the way, so hopefully we'll meet up with him soon. But I was chatting to him about this and I said, Biffa, have you got any cobblestone? Because I looked in my chest and this is literally all the cobblestone I have to the name. To my name, to the name. And he doesn't have any either, so it looks like what we need to do next is a little bit of branch mining. I'll have that coal. So we can get ourselves lots of cobblestone, which is not what I expected to be doing at this point. But there you go, I've run out. I guess it's early on and it's going to be easy to run out of resources. And I think I've actually already been through this part of the nether. Yes, I have, because there's this cobblestone here. Okay, so I'm going to continue exploring for a little bit, but I've got what I came for. A couple of blaze rods, got one of these for some fire resistance potions. They are going to be very important when building this farm, because if you fall into the lava, then having one of those will save your life. Anyway, I might record if I find something else interesting, but I'll probably meet you... I'm not sure when. Probably when we meet up with Biffa. Diamond horse armor. That's amazing. That really is awesome. Okay, there's a blaze spawner over here. That might be good. You know, if we build a farm around this area and have a blaze spawner nearby, you could do two things at once. But I've explored this half of the fortress, and I thought before we leave, actually, what I want to do is go and explore the other one. Although I really do need to mine some cobblestone. We're going to go over to this side and have a look around here as well. I could have swore I saw a wither up here a moment ago. Maybe he despawned. One thing I've noticed is that it seems like you see mobs spawn and despawn quite a lot more in this version of the game, which is 1.8 by the way. Earlier on, when I was making my way over here, I had a ghast spawn in front of me, literally about 10 blocks away, which I wasn't too happy about. There's another blaze spawner right there, I think. That looks like one. Anyway, I will continue to explore this place.
Right, Izuma's just invited me to accompany you to the... Where are we going to? The nether?
Yeah, we're going to go to the nether. I have found a nether fortress.
Ooh.
And we need a nether farm to get some
Yay!
wither skulls.
Cool. Well, you nip over and build that. Give me a shout when it's done. Oh, okay, you want a hand. All right, let's go over there and get stuck into doing that.
You've seen what's on my head?
Yeah, you sort of overdone your suntan a bit there.
Been burnt to a crisp.
Burnt to a crisp. No eyeballs.
Oh.
We'll see you when we get there, guys. Ow, he got me.
Kill the whiffer.
I want your bones. Oh, he's whiffed me. Whoa. What's that?
Yeah,
oh, there's
yeah,
one
shooting through the walls. I think the blazes spawn in fence posts, and they think they can see you. By the way, I was hanging out here earlier. A lot of wither spawns, which was really promising.
Nice.
I must have killed about 20, I think, and that was just like a couple of runs around, maybe even more than 20. There's one down the end here. Oh, they're fighting each other. Amazing.
Are they?
Yeah, they totally just one of them killed the other.
What's it? So what are we doing? Building out, leveling an area here or something, or?
Yeah, we're gonna do a ghetto style farm. You know, like you might have seen on Minecraft, where they've sort of just flattened out the areas, and then it's like a sort of easy roam around looking for skeletons that spawned.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I thought it'd be fun to do that first because I haven't done that style before, and I kind of like those big repetitive builds where you got to place a load of half slabs down or all that kind of stuff. I like that, and
cool.
Like a bigger, more, how would you say, automated farm could come later along, I guess.
Yeah, we should just get started, get some skulls, get some beacons, win the game. Season 4.
Exactly. Alright, I've gone a different way to before, and actually where I've gone you can see that this is quite an open part of the nether. We've got to split them up.
Splitting up?
Splitting up. Hey.
Split it up. There we go.
So, somewhere to the left of where I'm facing now is the way over to the middle. It might be down here.
Where
Hello,
are they? Where are
you're
they?
dead. Oh god, there's another one.
I'll get the other one. Oh, there's one up there as well.
Yeah, this looks like it.
Oh, get off my brain.
Get off my brain! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm actually in trouble.
Don't run, run, run. Don't.
Yeah, I wasn't regenning and...
Oh,
god, hello. That's not my
Wait.
sword.
Ah! They're
Oh,
everywhere.
I'm on fire. Don't like it.
I need to drop some stuff off. I can hear skeletons.
There's a blazy thing beyond... Oh, wow, some magma... Oh, I want those.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick them up.
Here's a good place, actually. This would be a good place for us to put some chests down. Oh, I've only got a little bit. There we go. Have
I
you
can
picked
hear
those
him.
up?
I want to go and... So I've got
He's
them.
out here. I'll kill him. Oh god, there's a wither to my right. Yep, there's a
I'll
wither
get
to
him.
my right.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, there we go. He didn't get me. So, there's a wither down there. There's a wither over there. There's a blaze spawner. There's lots of withers in this area. Just take a second to look around. It's really big and open,
Cool.
which is nice. So I
Just
think we're
good.
going to get good rates here.
Yep, that sounds good to me. We need to pick a place to start.
Yeah, well, here actually, if you look, this is a crossroad. Was that the Michael Jackson hee-hee thing?
It was. I want to... Oh, they just suddenly rush up and...
sorry. Oh, do you
rush
know
up
I
and
didn't bring? I didn't bring my looting sword. I've got a looting free,
Yeah, that's what I've
free
got.
sword.
I've got
Oh,
a
you
looting
have?
3, knockback 2, yeah.
All right, you're in charge of that. Okay, so one of the first things we've got to do here is figure out. You see this crossroads is to figure out the actual size of it because it has a bigger bounding box. It's the one thing. Oh, this has got two right next to each other. That's kind of perfect for an automated farm. If ever
Yeah.
we were to do a bigger one in the future, this would be an ideal spot out in the open.
Oh,
lava
blaze spawn.
lakes. Yeah, blaze spawner as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to have to do a bit of planning. And also, I think what we want to do is make the platforms free high. So you
Yep.
see where there's all of these like bridges, we would turn those into free high platforms as well.
Yeah.
And then we've got loads of smooth stone. I've got cobblestone which I can smelt because I've got a furnace. I've also got an ender chest. So what we can do, I was thinking, is make this out of slabs because they're nice and bright. And so when you're in the nether, you've got something to contrast the nether brick. And
Cool,
then
that's a good idea. Watch
the
out.
nether brick can be where they spawn.
I'm trying to get him so he's not on the side.
Yeah, because you don't
Keep
want to
going,
knock
keep
them off the
going, keep
edge.
Here he comes.
Why do they always walk on the side like that?
They always blooming get you before...
Yeah, it's quite difficult to get the timing right. I think it's latency half the time.
Yeah.
Feels like it's a bit laggy sometimes.
I'm grabbing all of this as well. Woohoo!
Alright then, so to do this, I'm
Where do we start then? What's the...
going to have to go look it up on YouTube, like find a video.
Find some guy that knows what he's talking about and...
Yeah, or I might be able to find an image of the bounding box. It's one of those things
Oh,
where...
yes, yeah, you want to get it right, don't you?
Exactly, yeah, you do want to make sure you get it right, and it can be easy to get wrong.
Okay, yep.
That's me doing that thing.
Snapped your leg.
Sorry, I've snapped my leg. Okay, right, you ready?
I am, yep.
Okay, cool. So we have now started building the first of the platforms. So if we just head up the top here, these are two of the bigger sections. They are crossroads, and when the game creates a crossroad structure, if you think about the shape of it, it's inside a square that's bigger than the crossroad itself. Does that make sense to you,
That
Biffa?
makes sense to me.
So with two of those next to each other, we've had to outline this bigger platform. But for everything else around here that will be turning into a platform, it'll be much more simple. So we've put down half slabs. Ignore these ones up here. These were me like outlining the edges
These are
of
going
the
to go,
box.
aren't they? Yep.
Yeah, they're going to go. These slabs around the outside, though, if you look at them, they are half a block lower. So with a ceiling at this height, this is where we've got to build our third platform, by the way. And
Yep.
with a skeleton won't be able to escape here. Actually, do you know what? You know what I was saying about how this area is too high?
Yep.
They should be able to spawn in here, and they might take damage on the head. So much stuff changes from one to the next, I'm not sure. But let's say it was a problem, we could turn this into a half slab, right?
Yeah, we could change it easily, couldn't we?
Then over here at the end, if that was a half slab, yeah, look, I could demonstrate it. So if I'm 2.5 blocks tall, and
Stand
that's
on
a
your
half
tiptoes.
slab, this is a 2 block gap, so I can't leave, right?
Yep.
which means we can walk around on these outside platforms and the wither skeletons can't get out. So it makes it a little bit safer.
Cool.
And I'm sure a lot of people have seen that been done before, but I wanted
You've
to
just
explain
discovered something new.
we might discover something new. Do you know what? With so many things changing, when you just play and you come back to this, starting out fresh, there is things to be discovered. Things you overlooked.
Yeah. Well, can you
So
get on the discovering, and we'll go 50 each.
yeah, all right. I'll give you the rights to it. Oh,
Thanks. Oh, you've started. I'm forgetting which floor I'm on now. This is the third floor we've got here, isn't it? Oh, I'm finding it so hard looking at the monster. Everything's so dark. I can't turn anything any brighter. Oh, that's better.
torch to the rescue.
Oh, it's like that gold farm. It's so dark, but as soon as I stuck a torch down, I thought, oh, this is much better.
Oh, you troll. You troll.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, I was doing your clap for you.
I caught ya.
Hello.
Hey, I just went through the ordeal of getting this world loaded up in 1.6 on my computer with the bounding box mod, so we could actually see the bounding boxes of these. So the only real big difference is down the bottom here, where this part of the structure kind of comes in a little bit. All of that is part of the same structure, so this bit in the middle here can be a platform, like that.
Cool.
But now that now that we have that, it just means that we can make sure all of these are going to be in the correct place, and we have get the maximum amount of spawning area out of everything.
Good.
Because all of those walkways over there, like on the sides, all the other bits, I wasn't too sure about their bounding boxes, but they're all pretty similar. So I guess what I'm saying is good news.
Good news, everyone.
That's it. Good news, everyone. We're ending the server.
Ending the server. Oh,
that's what he used to say, didn't he? It's like, good news, everyone. I've sold the company and you're all fired.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah. No, we're not ending the server before your comment below.
Yeah, I just realised loads of people have no idea what we're talking about as well.
That's true. Google Farnsworth, then you'll know. There you go.
Okay, right. So we've got 2 high platforms.
What are you doing?
I'm spawning the wither skeletons to find out if we need to change it or not. Oh no! They die.
What?
They die when their head's in the block.
You're joking.
No, I'm not. I put down a little sign saying trolling Biffa, but it turns out it's true. Yep, and then under half slabs they're okay. I wonder if they can... Oh, okay, they can move out of there. So we've got to change it all to half slabs. Brilliant. It's like playing Minecraft without eyes.
Well, I'm blind, so I do alright.
Are you legally blind?
I never said I'm legally blind, I'm just blind.
What are you trying to say?
I've got a braille mouse and a braille monitor.
A braille mouse?
A braille monitor. I feel on the... Yeah, that's a bit of nether brick. That'd never work, would it? Oh,
a braille mouse? I can't understand. A braille keyboard makes a lot of sense,
Yeah,
but not a braille mouse. Does it sort of change as you're using it? It's sort of like the braille says you're on the left of the screen, you're on the right.
Yeah, that would be quite clever. You just discovered something there.
I might have done. Pattern in it.
Patents in it.
Painting. Painting it. Oh, me and pronouncing stuff can be a bit terrible as it is.
And let's put a couple of torches
I've
down.
started.
Oh, okay. I'll start too. Hello.
Hi. What
Seen
have
the
we
match
done?
last night.
What? What's that?
Seen the match last night.
You asked me that about 5 times already.
I know. So what have you been doing then? We've been busy. We've been building and rebuilding and blame Izuma. Hashtag blame Izuma.
That's the thing. We might have built this at the wrong height. So if this is a full block up the top, then this is too high and they will spawn and then die inside of it.
I'll pretend to be the wither.
Okay.
So I've
Start
spawned...
dying. Take damage.
Oh, hey, watch it. Wait.
Yeah, so then we've lowered it, we've raised it up, so it's now a half slab, so it's 2.5 gaps, but we don't know if withers spawn in here, and we've just been heading back and forth over and over again. We haven't seen a single wither spawn in here, have we?
We've seen blaze, we've seen normal skeletons, but that's been it.
Yep.
But then again, they've not been spawning on the top here either, have they? And this is like as high as you like.
They haven't really, have they? I'm going to have to double check the bounding box again. Hopefully I haven't built this like too high up or got it wrong.
But
It
there was
should all
some
be
in here.
correct.
Yeah, there was some here when we first started, so they definitely spawn here.
Yeah. There's some
So
pigmen down the bottom, so this one is okay. Although pigmen isn't fortress spawns. Like if we saw blazes down the bottom here, we'd know it's good.
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
the
I
upshot
guess
of all of this is,
the upshot.
yeah,
What do you mean? What
the
upshot?
upshot, the final conclusion of
Is
everything we've done for the past 17 and a half hours is
that we might have to rebuild it all.
okay.
Sorry.
No,
No thanks.
Well, we've learnt something, haven't we?
What have we learned? Not to trust me.
Not to record with a zoomer.
Ah,
That's a myth busting. Should you build things with a zoom or not? Let's find out.
the machine says no.
No. Wah, wah.
So in between episodes, I'm going to be working on this area right here. As you can see, we have no wither skeleton spawning here at the moment, and me and Biffa have been testing it and we're just not seeing any spawns. So we've got to make sure we got these platforms right, that they have enough space to spawn, and then we can continue work with the farm. There is one over here though, and he's actually spawned in a free high area, so perhaps that's a sign that they can spawn here but not there. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Hermitcraft. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. You know it will always be appreciated. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.